number two. Live number two. I said live number two. What you gonna do when I say live number two? You gonna hit that subscribe too. You gonna hit that like button, yes, cause we doing it for the two. I said that's live number two on the same damn day. Same damn day. Same old day. I said that's live number two. Okay, live number two. Yeah. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. We back out here again. Second half of my day. Second live of the day. Chopping it up with y'all. I'm gonna wait for some people to get up in here a little bit. Oh, I can't wait till one day I can get this thing where I just need a new vehicle. That's what I'm gonna need. But I really ain't worried about a new car. That's, oh my God. Are you kidding me? What is all that? We're not gonna do all that slipping and sliding out of merchandise back here. Jeez, I got an order and it's not stable as I thought it was. Stuff shifting every time I hit brakes. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like stuff to stay where I put it, you know what I mean? Oh gosh. I was gonna say, if I were to stay in this pandemonium, then yeah, getting another vehicle is definitely a requirement. But I'm gonna be real, I'll be debating at times how many more years of this I want to tolerate. Whew. I'll tell you what, for real, serious. You know, it's not that I don't always want to have a place here to call home as far as a place to live. Yeah, I'm always have a place. Always have a place because it's mine. Always was, always will be. You understand? Shout out to this state of Georgia and more importantly, this land, you know, America. No, before even that, just the land. Okay. All right. So I'll be here one way or another. But as the traveler in me does want to go so badly, visit other places and not just one place, but many places. I got such a long list of travel goals, places to go, places to see, people to meet, things to experience. What's up? First in the building. Congratulate yourself. Put a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Happy to see you. All right. So as more people start coming here, just starting it off by chopping it up, talking about travel and desire to travel. And the closer we get to summer, where I usually do something in July, I'm feeling like, you know what? It's still crazy. It don't make sense, but we're gonna have to do it. It's like I call it a personal bill that's got to get paid. Vacation is a vitamin V. Vitamin V has to happen every year if I can help it. Last year it didn't, so I'm overdue. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the shakes. I'm going into remission, y'all, from not having a vacation last year because of this crazy economy and every other reason. And it's not an excuse; it's a reality. It's just what is real. So, but I got to make this vacation real. Right? Got to. Me seeing a beach in another country is or another place, even if it's a territory. Because I thought about Puerto Rico. I've been thinking of that for a minute. Matter of fact, upon my last situation, I was gonna try and fit two at a time. I was gonna do República Dominicana and Puerto Rico in one vacaciones. I said, oh boy, that's a lot. That's a lot. One vacaciones? One? I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. I had it planned. I started looking at how I was gonna take the flight. The flight is affordable because it's literally just jumping one island to the next. But once you deal with the expense of hotel, the Airbnb, the whatever your situation, add in food, add in other expenses, stuff I knew I wanted to do when I got there, plus what I wanted to do in the other country, I was like, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Didn't play that game. Didn't pretend that I had it like that. But got close enough and realized some things about how it is to travel throughout a lot of places in Latin America. You know, I can feel like I got a little little edge of experience right now because I've been to Mexico, I've been to Mexico. Let me say it right. Say it official. I've been to Mexico. I've been to República Dominicana. So I said, man, the next step ought to be I just feel like I want to complete a chain of island hopping, you know what I'm saying? And maybe consider Puerto Rico next. And I think the other part of it that messes with me a little bit is I like getting passport stamps. And that's a US territory. It's part of the US. So you ain't gonna get no stamp. So I said, damn, I don't get no stamp. I like getting a stamp. Hmm. I don't know if it messes up your passport or makes it look crazy if you like, if you win a place that's a territory and say, and just got like a sticker that's got like, Puerto Rico on it or something, and just put that on one page. Like, I went there, damn it. Because I would do something like that. I would totally do something like that. But when you're dealing with them documents and stamps and passports, you don't want to mess your passport. You don't want to get in no country one day and somebody be like, we're questioning you about your passport because you have a sticker on a page instead of an actual stamp. You're like, yeah, I went to Puerto Rico. I wanted to acknowledge that I went there, so I put a sticker. No, sir, it's rejected. Your passport's rejected. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get in no situation. I don't know. I gotta look that up. I don't think it's that serious, but you never know. It's never comfortable when you come into anybody who's a traveler know what I'm saying. It's always a little something you get, even if it's for a second. I don't let it consume me, but if you get it, you'll get that little feeling for a second when you get to that part of entering a country where you know you got to go in front of the passport approval officer, and they're gonna do that same thing they all do. I mean, every place I've ever been, they all act the same. It don't matter what country, what culture. They generally always act the same way. They look over everything. They look at. First of all, they barely look at you when you first walk up. If they do, they might, maybe. They're gonna start looking over your stuff. They're gonna take one look at you with your ID. Chicken, welcome to the country, whatever. If they say that, sometimes they don't even say nothing. They just be like, chicken, hand it back to you. Next, you're like, all right, cool. You know. So it's always it's an experience. You know what I mean? It's an experience. What's up, everybody saying hi, how you doing? Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you show some love up in here. Appreciate you. Subscribers can hit the chat. We done made that official. That's how we usually roll. Anybody who wasn't to slip through, make yourself official. Hit the subscribe button, okay? Thank you very much. I looked over your passport. You're clear as long as you ain't got no troll offenses. You got troll offenses. Not only do you not get no stamp, you see those gentlemen over there? Yeah, the real crazy looking ones. Yeah, they're gonna take you behind the closed doors. They're gonna take you to the private room in the back. Most people never return if they got troll offenses. They disappear. Hell yeah. Oh man, look. So where we going, y'all? Where we going? We can go anywhere. Y'all keep subscribing and supporting. That's what makes the difference. Because I wanted this year's travel to be a celebration of getting monetized. Like I want to hit that 4,000 watch hours, and that's it. We take a trip, and that trip is going to commemorate that. That's what I want that to be. It would be really cool too because it's supposed to be the 250-year anniversary of America and whatnot. But that's I mean before I even say I don't even have to say like it's just funny to me like if you're aware of real history and know the history of this country and what it was established on and what it still continues to be standing on when it comes to everything that's backwards about it and all over the place. You just don't get so remote. You're just like, yeah, that's somebody else's fantasy celebrating 250. I'm gonna celebrate 250 years of survival. How about that? Survival. Still here, still standing. After all the stuff you put my ancestors through, after all the stuff you keep passing that everybody knows is, whoa, man, whoa, what you doing? Why are you backing up? Not on me. Hey, hey. What the hell is? What was, oh, okay, what really? You ain't had no pass. Okay, I ain't either. I was waiting on you because I'm trying to make this easy for this ride. Y'all making it okay? Come on around. Everybody's doing what they want to do. It's getting real random up in here. Okay, now he gonna go through, and now you gonna try and speed through at the same time, right? Well, we doing the most out here today, y'all. If y'all can see what's in front of me, I ain't got time to flip the camera. But this guy from Florida, so I know he crazy. So it's by default, Florida man. All right, let's go, 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 Florida man, go. Man, don't. Hey, I'm your trailer, so keep going. I gotta be on. Okay, there you go. All right, we in. Damn. I hate getting to an apartment complex where you gotta do the damn code and the person ain't told the number right or forgot to mention, oh, you had to press pound or you had to press star pound and you had to hold your nose. And man, hmm the silliness, y'all. The silliness. 6 of y'all in the building. Why don't I see 6 thumbs up? What's really good? What's really good? I keep telling y'all, we need to push the algorithm. We gotta let it know y'all appreciate this, and we're gonna get that monetization. We're gonna take a vacation. Why am I saying we? Because if you understand how content works, if I cut the camera on and I'm in somewhere that you ain't been, you with me, right? All right, it's us. Let's go. It's inspiration, people. That's what it is. That's what it's been for me, for all the people I still follow. Ace Live, Checking Effect, Jay Abroad, Zoom to Tyron, Richie Mack. These are all good people I follow. Some of them I've actually spoken to. Ace Live I've spoken to, not directly, but like some messages. He's really cool, man. Real cool. Every bit of who you see on camera is who he is. That's a solid. Oh man. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Shout out to must be one of my monetization nation. Only a regular would understand how to format. Yeah, y'all. So where did I leave off? Oh, yeah, I was giving my example of like being in Savannah and how they had the police training facility right behind the Wally World, and it would be all this like sound like a war. And that just, let me know just how crazy it could be. I mean, I knew it could be really rough down there in the hoodie parts of where they got problems with. For them to be training that much, that regular, every day, sounding like that, I'm like, damn, they getting ready for Armageddon in this film. It's like it was a wake up, right? But my other point back to, with travel is like, you just read situations. You're like, okay, when you enter in an area where it's a little iffy or whatever like that, and you just plan accordingly and keep it moving. Like I said about when I would go places, like if I get in the Uber and get there and it ain't looking what I thought it was gonna be, like, hey man, don't worry about it. I'll pay you extra. Just keep going. And they'll keep going. You pay. Oh, yeah, you can cut that off. Yeah, this ride ain't over. I got you. I'm gonna tip you real good. Take me, and then you pick another place. And that's how I ended up meeting one of my favorite drivers when I was in Dominican Republic. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I ended up meeting a brother who really, looked out and was a really good connection to have while I was there. Man, I tell you, they keep giving me these dang shopping orders. I hate shopping orders, y'all. Damn. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So, we're gonna figure it out. That's the bottom line. Like I was thinking about with the fishing side of it. What I realized, even when I watch some people, like I found this guy recently. He travels pretty much the way I travel. A lot of times he's solo. Sometimes he's got a buddy with him.
And I take that back. Most of the time, you got a buddy with him. I thought he was solo. You realize he's talking to somebody off camera after a while. It's just that person's not on camera. That's his camera person. And sometimes you'll hear the other person fishing with him, but his thing is to go fishing, urban fishing all over the world. And I know a lot of people do this, you know, the urban fishing thing. You're like, oh, yeah, bitch, I don't think there's any fish in this bay in this big city. Look at this giant whatever I caught, whatever, you know. Cool. But he does it on a, like, I saw him in Dubai. I saw him in, he's an Asian guy. I'm not sure his exact ethnicity, but he's Asian. And he's young dude. This dude is like probably fresh out of college, still in college, I don't know. Good content, well made, well edited, everything. I enjoyed his stuff. I think I subscribed to his channel, but I know I liked his videos because he had good stuff. He was in Dubai one time. Another time I saw he was in trying to remember. I think that was the first video I saw about him, and I was just like, I yo, people say, oh, you jealous? Nah, jealous ain't even the word for this. This is more like that's a personal dream, and whenever I see other people get to experience that, and I'm not saying he didn't appreciate it by no means, but he was just, it was times in the trip. Okay, I didn't even say where he was. He went to Egypt. All right. Egypt means so much to me and to my specific peoples to understand, our roots and understand connection to all of Africa, but especially how much ancient Egypt affected the world and created systems of governance still in place, and how, a lot of folks tried to pretend they were doing what they did, but they ain't doing it the way they really did it. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So to see somebody get that opportunity, and like it was so funny, his target species he was trying to catch were tigerfish, which are awesome. And I knew what he was gonna say before he said it. He said, "I'm gonna keep it a secret, but I'm here to also get another species." I said, "The Nile perch, of course. It's one of the biggest fish in the world, and in the freshwater, and the Nile perch, of course." And he finally had to say, "It's the Nile perch." I was like, "Yeah, man, I knew that when you started the video." But because that's bucket list stuff for any angler that would go there. That's on my list too. And I definitely want to catch a tigerfish. I love those. Those are just cool as hell. But what cracked me up was he caught two baby ones almost instantly, or with the way the editing was, how that go. Edit it up, make it seem like it was so easy. But he caught two almost instantly in these different spots. But then he kept catching nothing but tigers. He couldn't catch a perch for nothing. He went to like three different locations. He randomly, speak of meeting people and feeling them out and just going with the vibe and think, okay, I can trust this person. He met a guy who didn't have a fishing boat, but he had a ferry boat, just a small unit with a roof on it, where he carts people between different island areas and all this in Cairo. And he was like, yo, can you get me there? He said, yeah, I can get you there. So he literally put him on like 3 or 4 spots, but he had to fish from land when he was there. And then the guy would just like, give him an hour and come back and get him, that kind of type of stuff. I was like, yeah. Yeah. It gave me an idea. I'm like, not that I don't think like this already, because I do. I've done stuff like that. But because I'm just so used to doing the whole, okay, let me get on here and figure out a charter, and I know I'm gonna get crazy price I can't really afford, but I had to scrape up that money and do it somehow. And then you don't even know if you're gonna catch no fish, because that, fishing is fishing. But you mess around, you tell them what you want, and they got what they specialize in, and you add a species they're not as keen on going after, and suddenly it's like, yeah, we could do that, but I don't know if we're gonna get them where I'm taking you, because I don't even look for those. I don't care about those. Yeah, but I'm the customer. I want yeah, all of those stuff, right? Like if you can figure out where things are and do it for yourself, shit. Like you just like, yeah, you pay the person, because I know you're paying the guy. You paid him, you worked out a price with him. And I bet it was a fraction of what it would have been if that had been, an actual charter. Because this guy don't fish. He just knows the water though. He knows he hears the lingo. And he knew some fishermen who told him where stuff is, and that's how he put him on some fish. So the guy ended up going to this one part where he did catch a Nile perch. He actually caught two in that video. and they were both, decent size. We talking, I can't fit my hands on the camera to show y'all, but like what would be average nice size bass here? Like, come on, man, you caught a Nile perch, like, right? So he's excited the first time. The second time he's mad because he's not really showing he's mad, but it just reminded me of spoiled kid energy. And I get it, because I've been in the same position. When you done spend all this money to get a place, you got this fantasy in your head. But then you gotta always, I've even humbled myself to realize, man, when you get there, if you can just hold one, even if it's a baby, you doing what percentage of the world will ever do? What small ass percentage, what fraction of one will ever do what you're doing right now? Like, you gotta really, that's how I feel about Malaysia. I have caught a tomon. I haven't caught the tomon I want to catch, but it's okay. I caught a tomon. How many other people who are anglers who want to go to even been to Malaysia? I went to Malaysia. So it's like, you gotta humble yourself, because like when you're doing content and you start sounding like that, man, for the guy who's still here doing this work I'm doing, stressed out, annoyed, wishing I was somewhere else all the damn time. You feel me? Ain't nothing worse than seeing some kid who obviously got a bag. You ain't somebody who ain't got no money. You done went from, I done watched on Dubai, man. Just to say the word Dubai cost you, hey, that'll be $500. Why? You said Dubai. Oh shit. It's just, it is expensive. It's the definition of expensive. From everybody I've ever known who went there and then watching videos about what it is to be there. It's expensive. It's a rich people's paradise. It's a playground for the rich. That's what it's made for. It was made to be this paradise in the middle of the, it's supposed to be this oasis for rich folk. That's what the hell it is. That's what Dubai is, more or less. So, like I say, I ain't been there, but I know enough people who have. I know enough content I've watched about it. So the fact he went there, I'm like, this kid got some money, and he just was just kind of, they get a little spoiled. They get a little like, I want what I want, and I get like, man, if you don't shut up, you doing what nobody else may never do. Just to be there is the experience, man. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Where you at? And then, it's like, and other people actually have roots to the place, direct roots. We the human family, but I got direct roots. You feel me? And ain't been. That be kind of getting at me a little bit. Every time I see that, when people get all bratty about it and stuff, I'm like, man, you're doing what there's only a few get to do that. Don't be acting all nonchalant about that. You know. And so it got to a point where, even though he only caught those two decent sized perch, because I know what he wanted. He wanted to do the air, you want the Jeremy Wade episode of River Monsters. But what they don't show you on River Monsters is they may have been in Africa, in Congo, when he caught that massive giant. Well, no, that was another episode. I'm thinking about the giant tigerfish. He went to Congo, but when he got the Nile perch, he was in Egypt. I'm saying, you on the Nile, man. Do you know how long he was? Probably there a month or 2 months worth of shooting, and what ends up being that episode of 30 minutes for you, and you making it, it makes it seem like, and even on Jeremy's show, he makes you know, man, this takes time. He show you all the stress and, oh, I didn't get it this time. We'll be back tomorrow. I got to get another guy. That guy doesn't go there, but another guy he knows will, and all that stuff, man. And the expense of it. Now, he working with Discovery Channel's budget, but it's still, you're getting sick. You got malaria. You got freaking yellow fever. You got all this stuff going on. He in and out of water. He's not familiar with. It's a lot that goes into this. The average person just sitting down watching it, popping some popcorn, eating some frozen dinner, they talking shit to the screen while this person living it. It's different. So when we get out here and do it on these, this kid obviously, like I say, got a bigger budget than me, but he's still backpacker style with it and on a budget, So you might not care if you get anything. I mean, the fact, but there was a point in the video, I swear, I think this kid caught like 20 something plus tigerfish. Every time he pulled, he's like, oh, another tiger. And he's trying to sound happy about it, but he's really annoyed. I'm like, dude, you're catching tigerfish. Like, you shit. What the hell are you complaining about? Like, what is that little bit of annoyance in your voice, man? You're in Egypt catching tiger fish. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. There ain't nothing. You ain't even got to put a crown on it or nothing. That is the crown. You're in Kemet catching tiger fish. Respect the code, y'all. Respect the code. Live it and love it. Every bit of it. Because it is an honor. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's an honor to have those kind of experiences. And so that's how I look at it. And like I said, on being affordable about it, I'm considering, yo, man, meet somebody when you're there, or plan somebody to be somebody you get with when you're there that can take you out, put you on some fish. Hopefully, even meet other fish. I really would like to meet other anglers, because then anglers, we trade story, we trade experience. I can trade lures. We can figure out a way to make it right for everybody without it being hundreds of dollars. You might just pay for the gas. How much is it gonna be for your fill up on your tank? Oh man, I'll pay for that. Here's a couple of fill ups on tank. Let's say it's $100 versus 400 and all them kind of prices. Man, that's the kind of fish that I'm thinking. I'm starting to see a different angle on this thing. Cause when you get there, guess what? Half the time, the captains you deal with, you be thinking, I don't want to deal with the street people who might be trying to get me. Who you think the captain is half the time? Sometimes they the dude who the reformed street guy or whatever. That's what kept them off the streets, because they fish. You know what I'm saying? And they not they rough around the edge, but they're not the problem. You know what I'm saying? They are trustworthy. And you just got to feel people out, man, in the moment. You trusting you trusting a pilot that you never gonna even see half the time to get you there in the plane. You trusting a Uber that you are gonna see for however long that trip is to get you, and talk about trusting an Uber. Oh my gosh. In Dominican Republic, as crazy as they drive, I had some of the best drivers. I couldn't have asked for more. I always compliment those drivers when I was there. Because I done heard the stories about people being shiesty. For one thing, I didn't pick nobody who didn't have 5 stars. I ain't know, oh, the price is a little bit, but I was just trying to say, no, you're going to save you can't save a headache when you're dealing with a problem. Somebody gave them ratings for a reason. I'm not saying it's always true, because I did the shit. I did ride shit. So I know how people, one bad experience can jack your score up. So if somebody had at least 4.5, because I know that's how that go, I still pick them. I mean, I did some 4.5s and 5s. That's it. Nothing, ain't gonna be no 3-star driver, 2-star. Oh, but his price is lower. Well, I hope he get it. He ain't gonna get it from me. And I had nothing but good experiences. Nothing but good experience. Everybody was cool as hell. Only thing that would have made it uncomfortable is hell. Some of the folks don't speak no Spanish, nothing but Spanish. They ain't no English. But we would just laugh through it. I got enough personality, man. I know how to talk to anybody. And I'd be showing them on my phone, translating stuff, and they just be laughing, because I'd be telling jokes in the phone. I'd be like, here, look, read. And that's the other thing. You got to get over, you don't want nobody to touch your phone. Because I'm like that. I don't want nobody, what you mean grab my phone? I don't even like, when I'm doing orders, you got to have somebody sign. I don't like people want to grab your phone. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. You hand it right back. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you got to get used to that when you travel. Your phone becomes the world's phone, because that's the only way you're going to communicate if you don't know the language. You're going to have to be like, yeah, yeah. And talking to the honeys, please, just walk up and here, baby. Here's my phone. Just let it tell you everything I'm saying, because I want to talk to you. Shit. You're going to get over that real quick. Real quick. You just got to feel energy, man. That's all I can tell you. It's all energy about all this stuff. But if you ain't in tune with energy already, that's more so. Things can happen anyway, but that's more so when it's guaranteed. Your energy off, okay, other people feel it. It's like walking up to an animal in somebody's yard, a pet, and they don't know you. You looking scary, well, they like, what you scared for? Arr, then they want to bite you. If you ain't scared, if you ain't tripping, if you call, don't care half the time. That's been my experience. The ones that's a little touched and crazy and gonna try and bite their own shadow, well, they got problems anyway. That's just who they are. So yeah, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying this walk, because I'm gonna have to cut this off in a second. Hot second. And we will continue, because I do want to say some more about this plan I got. It might inspire somebody else with travel on ways to save a buck and how to think about it. I will return. 4 and 4. I love that, man. All right, y'all. Now we just right back up in it. We just right back up in it, y'all. Come on, GPS, act right. Let's finish my chat with y'all. I didn't think it was gonna stay on, but it held the signal, so it held the signal. Dang. I could just get there. Mhm. Oh my God. This is so silly. I don't have time for this. Hold on, y'all.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, as I was saying, y'all, like, there's a way to fish on a budget. There's a way to travel on a budget. There's a way to do a lot of these things. And I'm all about showing y'all that. As the young generation say, where they miss, or should I say, reinterpreted the word flex. Like, yeah, that's the flex. Flex is being able to do things on a discount. Flex is being honest about the financial situation that we're all in right now. Like, even to travel to get to these places. I was looking up a place in Brazil that I want to go so bad, and there's about three places I really want to go. Two are the obvious. I mean, Rio. Come on, I should say three. There's four places I really want to go in Brazil. You know what? Five places I really want to go in Brazil. One of them I don't mention on purpose because I want to keep it a secret till the day I finally get there. Because right now it's kind of off the radar of all the hype places that people be talking about, and I don't think it hopefully won't ever get on that radar because they don't they don't have, to my knowledge, the type of club culture and party culture that invites so much of the American appetite. I'll just put it like that, American pop culture appetite. They got their own thing. They have their own carnival and all this place I'm thinking of. So anyway, not gonna say that one, but that's one I want to really, really, really go. And then there's also Rio, of course. You got to experience Rio at least once in life. That's how I feel about that. I want to go to Bahia, okay? Salvador, Bahia. I want to go there, okay? The blackest part of Brazil. Brazil is the most African rooted place outside of the continent of Africa, so I definitely have to go to Brazil, period. But I want to go to Bahia particularly because that's like, kind of like the capital of that statement. So I want to check that out. I want to go to Sao Paulo because what's funny about Sao Paulo, when I first heard about it, I thought, I don't know if I ever want to go to this place because they talked about how bad the traffic was and the robbery and how you can just get got in traffic from your window being down, people being kidnapped once they find out somebody's what they consider rich and want to hold them captive for ransom. And I think, why would I ever want to go there? I mean, this is the first introduction I had to the place was all these kind of stories. But then I started realizing not only was that stigma something they didn't want on themselves, they worked on it, they got it down to a even kill, to where that's not the absolute norm of what is. It's kind of like what happened, from what I understand, with Sao Paulo. It reminds me of what happened with Medellin. Medellin became like now, oh, that's the spot. That's the artsy area. And I've seen the video. It's amazing. I mean, I would want to go see Medellin because of what I saw. Is in the mountains, beautiful views, art every freaking where, women, happy people. You know, they've managed their rough side. It's still there, I'm sure. But they've tucked that to be like, look, act the fool if you want. We want these tourists. We want to get the money. We want to get on this level. So it has changed, and I've noticed that. So yeah, a lot of a lot of places that I want to go, and I've looked them up recently, depending on the place. Like, okay, so that first place I was talking about that I'm not saying is a popular direct destination in Brazil. It's like, for those who know, it's kind of like the exclusive spot, and it was like $870 per ticket for the cheapest ticket I found. I said, what? Round trip? What? Oh snap! Like, now you gotta understand, that's still expensive, but it's not 1,000 plus, which is what I'm used to seeing when it comes to some of these places. Just because it's Brazil. Anything else out, Sao Paulo, Rio, them joints be 1,300 at the low, and then that's you flying on, whoever's left after Spirit. You feel me? And whatever airline you don't know the name of because it's a Brazilian airline or some other South American airline that you never heard of. You just had to wonder, okay, is this a good one? I don't know. I got to check the reviews, right? So it's that whole process. If you got to figure out what works for you. But I'm telling you, there are some. I guess I'm basically saying there are still some deals. But mind you, I'm saying this in May, 2 months away from when I maybe like to go, and that's a big ass maybe. I mean, it really is dependent on a lot of factors, and hopefully, all the factors come on schedule. Because I'm betting on, the glory of this channel getting monetized for the first time, and I just want to really get that going so bad. That's all I care about when it comes to most of my social media. It's just right now the focus is YouTube, and from there we'll go everywhere else we can go and see whatever else gonna happen. But we gotta get this YouTube pop.
It's the number one reason why I don't mind going live all the time because
Audience, and they get used to you, and you get subscribers from going live. I got the majority of my subscribers from going live and then shorts, you know, and then videos too. But I'll just be honest, as much as I wish it were videos, because I do all this editing and get all this stuff tight for y'all, people don't really watch videos like they used to, unfortunately. And I'm hearing it from everybody, man. I was watching Richie Mack today, and he was saying, yo, make sure y'all like these videos. 'Cause, I mean, this man got hundreds of thousands of followers. People come out to Thailand every year to be a part of his festival that he does. He goes golfing and takes them on a yacht. And I mean, they do the whole thing, go through Pattaya and other parts of Thailand and everything. How the hell does he have to tell people? You would think this is what I'm getting at. It hurt my heart to hear him have to say that. I'm like, damn, I would think, man, at his level, he don't have to ask people to like a video. You would think, right? But what's starting to happen is, if y'all don't like the videos, if y'all don't recommend the videos, if you don't hit that bell so that you can see when stuff posts, half the time, it's like there's a lady, she's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure I say the name right. Is it Sasha Mercy? I think it's Sasha Mercy. She's Dominican. She's a comedian. Beautiful, cute, silly as all get out. I think from the Bronx originally. And I
I love her. Her humor. I like to see her. She's beautiful, but she's hilarious. She's so damn.
this girl, Sasha Mercy, I have not seen her videos for years. It seems like a year. And today I saw one, and it just like jarred my mind. Like, wait a minute, when was the last time I saw her? Like, because some comedians like I like to watch and I love their stuff, you know, if you keep looking them up, yeah, the algorithm says, yeah, okay, keep recommending stuff like that because that's what he obviously like. But I don't only watch one person every day, and I don't, it's like, so Oh man. Anyway, I was just so happy to see her. I watched like 10 of her videos, liked them all. This is on Instagram, just to make sure I'm doing my part to keep her in my flow. And I'm gonna repost some of her videos too on my page for ONYXCON Hotties because she is a hottie and she's talented. She's extremely funny, and I want to help her keep her name out there because she's doing it. She's got a show now, a podcast she does with her sister. I didn't even know. I didn't even know why. I don't blame myself. It's too many other people we follow. So if you're not, it's like honestly, being online doing social media, it becomes its own job for the viewer. It shouldn't be this way.
It is, people. You know, and this is why YouTubers will tell you, till our,
Lose our mind. Damn, come on, GPS. Shit. Like, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Because all we really saying is, if you really, if you casually say, oh man, I like your stuff, man. I ain't, I got this in my hand right now. Okay, well, when you put that down, you holding the baby, you cooking, you washing dishes. I understand. I'm living too. I mean, when Richie Mack said like this video, I was making my lunch, and I wanted to go over and grab the remote and put a like on the video. But what I do, because I know that I'm going to have those moments, I just put it in the back of my mind. As soon as I get on YouTube again, not to go live, but to look at some stuff, I'm gonna go to his page and I'm gonna like videos I haven't even watched because it's him and I like his stuff. Like I already know it's dope, so I'm just bam, 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 bam. Run it up, man, run it up. Go and like if you really rock with ONYXCON, go through one of my playlists because I'm always telling y'all about the playlist, and you're gonna find some stuff you didn't even realize I've done and like some shit. Just like some shit. Like for real. Just be liking shit. For real. Because that love is really what maintains a channel and keeps it in front of you. You can look up and say, because you following, I get it. We're all on here. We're looking at a bunch of stuff. You'll look up one day and I won't be in the algorithm for you. You'll be like, I can't remember the guy's name. It's Ani something, and well, that's not his name. That's the name of his channel. He's what's his name? I think it's Joseph. Yeah, Joseph. But he's not under Joseph. He's under the Ani thing, and I can't remember how to spell it. You see what I'm saying? I promise you it'll happen. I promise you it'll happen. And you be saying, dang, oh my gosh, I can't find that. Like, there's a video to this day, and honestly, I'm starting to wonder if he took it down for some reason, but it's either of two channels. There's a fishing channel I love. There's a lot of fishing channels I love. But the guy who does catching dinosaurs, which he's all about gar, and I love gar, alligator gar specifically. And I love gar fishing. So watching him catch alligator gar, which we don't have in Georgia, at least not known, if they, never know, because anything could be happening and stuff. Hey, they ain't been one of them in here in how many years? But then they start coming back into the waters because do you know that gar that were in prehistoric time, and then even one time in non-prehistoric human time, used to be all over North America, all the way up to Canada and all throughout the Caribbean and everything. I mean, there is a Caribbean gar too, the smallest one. It's a Cuban gar. But like I'm saying, they were everywhere, and they are prehistoric fish. 150 million years of DNA in each of the species. You feel me? So if you think about that, like I would watch his videos, and he caught him, and it was either him or damn, what's that guy? See what I'm saying? I'm trying to remember the name. Damn, what's that guy's name? This is why you have to like videos. Because every time you don't, it's going to be that next time you can't remember a name. And now that video you want to show somebody or you just want to rewatch, you can't find it. Because there's this one about this guy, I think it's Ty something. He does, see what I'm saying? Ty's, I can't remember. And I followed him, so I ain't worried about that. I did subscribe, so I can go through my subscriptions and find him. But he's a friend of the other guy, and they went fishing together somewhere in Texas on the Trinity, which is notorious for gar. And they got alligator gar and long nose, and probably even short. I don't know, but I know they got the two big. And so they caught the biggest freaking hybrid gar, which is the mix of that particular type of hybrid of a long nose gar and a alligator gar. Some people call them a crocodile gar because that's just how big they could be and how long that snout is when you mix them like that, when they get mixed. And this thing was so beautiful because I just love it. I mean, to me, that's the ultimate gar. Like a mix of those two is like everything I ever loved about gar in one fish. Like for real, that's the ultimate, the hybrids. And so it's huge, and but the snout was so long and so distinct and just unique. This fish was, and the guy kept saying, "Man, I think we just caught a world record for the hybrid. This got to be a world record." I can remember everything they said. I can remember how excited they were. I can remember them fishing. They were bare. One of them was barefoot at one point. I was like, "Damn, you bold boy, out there in that mud." But anyway, he, up to his damn near knees in the mud, trying to pull the fish in, and it was a hot mess, but it was beautiful because it was real good, 4K, 5K, whatever K video. Excellent. I have not seen that video but one time, and I always kick myself for not saving it because for whatever reason, the day I was watching it, who knows what was going on? I may have been juggling something else at the same time while I was watching it, but I didn't. I was already subscribed, but I didn't save the video. So when I look at both of their channels and I put in, there's other times they've caught hybrids, both of them, and they're always beautiful. But ain't none of them been as big as they did catch a. They caught a world. They caught the world record hybrid gar, as far as I'm concerned, in that video. And nobody but us who saw it know they did it. And I want to see that video again. I want to watch it again, and I can't freaking find it for the life of me. So you do yourself a favor when you like everything, when you save everything, make playlists, save stuff. That's YouTube. That's how this thing really works. If you really are a watcher, if you really loving it, get organized about how you collecting videos. Quite frankly, you collecting experiences and pieces of people's life that are interesting, and you'll want to reference that information again sometime. I promise you will. And you won't be able to figure out where the hell it was and where you were and what you were looking, because hey, stuff happens, man. Like I said, I don't even know if the guy maybe took the video down, but it breaks my heart that I can't find that video. As I'm talking about it again, it makes me want to write both of them and ask them, was that you? And do you know the link to that video if it's still up? And because I gotta get that, I gotta see that again. I've got to experience that again. That was just, to see that fish was insane. You know, amazing experience. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today, man. The sun's going down. I might jump on here one more time. Like, might do some gaming tonight. Might go live for that and talk to y'all about that, or talk to y'all while I'm playing or whatever. I might play Mortal Kombat. I really want to see that movie, so it's got that on my mind. So I might play some MK1 today. And it's been a long time, so I know I'm gonna be ashy dusty as hell and getting mopped, even if it's on easy. Because I tell anybody quick. I say, hey, I'm the dangerous MK player because I'm the button smasher that will look up and do some shit that you can't believe just happened and whoop your ass. But I'm not saying I'm a master. I'm by no means a tournament player when it comes to MK. I'm not. I'm not that guy. Now, Tekken, yeah, I might last the first round of a tournament. I'm just that damn good. I think. Yes, I am. I'll make somebody scared on Tekken. Uh, and on what's my other game? That's really my joint right there. Tekken is my shit when it comes to fighting games. And you could add Soul Calibur 2, but I need to get that back on my system. I need to make space. I don't have no space, man. And again, money. I don't play enough to just spend the money to have the space, just to have the space. So I'm good for. I'll take a game off, put a game back on. I just put MK1 back on. I had pulled it off to make space for Doom. Doom got on my damn nerves, started acting up because I just wanted to log in one night and play, and it's telling me I gotta bring up my old account that I can't remember my password for, and I'm trying to get it to tell me, well, what's my damn password for the company so y'all can send me emails that I won't look at and I'll send them straight to trash. Like, motherfucker, I'm just trying to play the damn game, right? Yeah. But they pissed me the fuck off, obviously, because I'm cussing about it. So I took the shit. I like, you know what? Y'all gonna keep playing. You gonna learn messing with older folk. When you get my age, all that, yeah, that was just this, that, and that. As soon as I gotta explain why something happened, I'm not interested no more. That's how I get when you get. The older you get, your patience wears so thin. You like, wait a minute, why are we explaining what? I don't have time for this shit. I bought the damn game. The game out of work. Hell, I tried to sell the motherfucker months ago. I just couldn't sell it. I put it on their marketplace. I guess too many people got the mug so already, so they don't want it. Oh, I already played that shit. Nobody even want the damn game. But I was trying to sell it. It's brand new. It's crisp. I don't. None of my games be finger marks on them and food stuff and scratches. None of that. My stuff be crystal clear, beautiful disc. You know, I got the disc. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to sell it. Nobody. Everybody streaming their games. Everybody trusting in the internet, thinking that their power gonna always be on. Well, if the power don't go out, you can still play. That's my point. I can still play my games, the ones that don't have to be online. Just long as I got power, I'm good. The rest of y'all, man, y'all be thinking this internet is invincible. I'll be like, you better give me that tangible copy because yeah, let me get that disc slot. I know it sounds real old. I know it, but y'all gotta understand why. It ain't just old. It's just logical. It ain't about old just because we grew up on CDs and DVDs. It's logical. It's tangible. It will always, as long as I have electricity and a TV working, I can play my games. I can watch my movies. I don't have to worry about the streaming. I've been in that situation before. That's why I'm speaking from it like that. I've been in a situation when I first moved into a place and I was waiting on my internet to get hooked up. Man, I went for like 2 weeks, no internet. Y'all would lose your mind. Ain't what? Ain't got no real signal on your phone. Ain't got no real data back up. I mean, it took a minute to adjust, but after about the third or fourth day, man, I was enjoying my movies that I forgot I had in my collection. You know, we watching stuff I ain't even watched but one time. Some of it I had never cracked open. You know, bought the movie because I seen the movie, but I just bought it to have it in the collection. Let me watch such and such. You know, man, yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, get that about your life, y'all. Think logical about it. You might need that. You might need that. You know, if it's, as long as they making PlayStations and everything with like when they come out with the 5, they better have a damn disc on it. And I'm betting they're gonna try and say, well, we know now everybody's. No, not everybody. Stop that everybody shit. Everybody ain't. I don't even play that much online. There's a few games I play where I'm fighting against people online. I play chess online. Okay, friends